Alright, so this is a bit of a potato quality overview of the VIA C3 based embedded board, very cheaply available off AliExpress, and you can just get your own and play around with it. So it's basically yeah, it's interesting. It's Intel didn't only outsell the IP for x86 to AMD, they also sold it to VIA. Now, VIA were the people who came up with the final USB spec that we all use for USB 2.0, and they also made x86 processors. So, this is technically compatible with i686, so it runs Lubuntu, it runs build root based Linux if you build it. I have tried a few BSD builds. They didn't seem to like it very much. Only OpenBSD booted and then rebooted instantly. Apart from that, I couldn't get the north and south bridge covers off. I have a 512, I think 256 meg RAM there, and I'm using the compact flash to IDE to boot it, and we'll see how it works. It has a PCI port and a parallel port, a VGA interface, your PS2 stuff, dual 100 megabit net, 4 USB 2s, and your audio. Everything's via on here because at that time they just made every chipset there was. And yeah, a dual IDE, and that's it. You don't get a floppy port, which is kind of sad, but okay. And yeah, I guess that's it. It boots x86 builds quite fine, to be honest, and I think I will go ahead put a fresh pack of heatsink on the thermal compound on there, and try to get it to boot again. Hopefully show you guys one small boot, and then maybe down the road do a proper video. Alright, so the RAM is set, the CPU heatsink is set, compact flash is there, USB drive is there. Power supply is set, just the 20 pin ATX, no CPU power, nothing else. It's an embedded system, draws around 20 watts. We'll see what the final one is, and I have the plug set up. So this is again a very early look. I'm not going to go very deep into it, and just tap the power, and there we go. So it should boot. So it's early 2001 vintage, if you want to call it that, and it should boot into the yeah, so loading boot logo. It will get stuck here. So these were notoriously slow CPUs. They did consume very low power, but at that time low power also meant extremely low performance. Like loading boot logo takes forever, and yeah, so not very advanced in that sense. And I think I can go into a recovery mode and access the shell. Let's see, F4 doesn't do anything. Let's see, F6 give us. So the function keys aren't functional here. Usually they work fine. Alright, so yeah, if I press enter, it will start to load the installer, which I don't want to do on this video. Sadly, none of the F options are working at the moment, except for F1. Says help. Let's see if I can go into rescue mode. Now it just shows me the help, doesn't actually go into the rescue mode. If I press enter, I think I can go from here to rescue mode. That should take a while to load, so you can see barely see actually because of the Campton tape. Uh, the pen drive is actually blinking, so it's loading stuff. And as I said, it's actually slow. I'm not joking. It's notoriously slow. It's just single core 1 GHz, but you've seen performance of ARM, modern day ARM 1 GHz CPU. They aren't this bad, and yeah, these were. So the way I found it was I was looking for 486s, and this turned out. And these are actually embedded systems that are meant to go into CNC controllers and stuff like that. Sometimes not even CNC, much more simpler stuff. And that's where the parallel port and multiple. There has 4 COM ports, few I2C ports on there, and that's where all of that comes into play. So it looks like it's just taking too long. It should be. I mean, it's still reading. You can see it blinking. So yeah, it could just be taking very long. By the way, I'm using this for the thermal compound. Just use this for everything. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Hopefully with the full system booted. I'll probably do a few live streams of installing stuff. This thing actually boots a genuine copy of Windows 95, and it will boot, and it will not detect the drive, so I have to go and mount the drive and all of that stuff. But that can be done. I have options for like 4 hard drives, or actually 3, because this one takes both master and slave for some reason. This needs to take I can add ID to hard drive SATA port there, and that should just work. Yeah. Alright, thank you so much for watching again. I hope this has been a nice video, something you would look into it. In my next one, I'll do a proper overview of the board, go through everything, and also go through VR. Like, it's still loading. It's amazingly slow. You probably can't see it with that all of that Compton tape, Campton, something like that. Right, see you all next one.